Hello everyone, I'm Mesa, and this is a special video. And it's special because I'm not showing you one replay, I'm going to show you 3 replays. So let's just get started with the first one, and this is a vanilla Shogun match, which I had on the, let's see what map they had, the Obuke Gorge. And yeah, I guess you will recognize it. And the reason for me doing this is first to kind of make up for the lackluster quality in well, especially the last video, and it's also because I won't be able to make a video in, well, I guess half a week. I will maybe be back home on Tuesday, I think. I'm actually going on my small holiday in my cabin, and yeah, that's the reason. Okay, let's just get straight to it. I got 2 units of Bow Ashigaru, I got 2 units of Yari Ashigaru, 1 Longsword Ashigaru, and 1 Katana Samurai. I also got 2 Yari Cavalry and my Avatar's Bodyguard. My enemy, he pretty much outclassed me in every department except one, which will kind of become the theme of the battle. He got 3 units of Yari Ashigaru, no, not Yari Ashigaru, Bow Ashigaru, so he outclassed me in the missile department. He got 2 units of Yari Ashigaru, also actually got the long Yari Ashigaru. That's pretty special. Yari Samurai, of course, he has. He has 2 units of Longsword Ashigaru and a Naginata attendant. And this is the only department I outclass him in, and that's the Yari Cavalry. And of course, here's his General's Bodyguard. So, as I said, this will be, well, I guess a example of 2 things. Of course, first the cavalry thing, and the second thing, well, I'll get to that. So let's just speed it up to get to the part that I'm actually talking about. So I'm seeing that his Yari Cavalry is planning to dismount here and actually capture this farmhouse, but I'm not going to let him, and seeing that his Yari Cavalry is actually quite isolated, I just go for it, because I know that's the one strength I have in this battle. And he didn't run away in time, and he didn't actually manage to charge my guys either. So I wreck him, and he tries to support with his general. Not too wise, at least not in this situation, because I actually managed to get him caught. And why he didn't pull back, I don't know. I guess he's... well, I really don't know. I can't remember how many stars he had, but, well, either just, well, completely choked and just kind of failed, or he's a new player. I really don't know. But as you can see, his general is dead. At least he has fled the battle, so he no longer has morale boost on his men, and his cavalry is also gone. So now that's 2 things in my favor, and as you can see, that had a huge morale disadvantage for his troops. These guys are already shaken, and these guys are close to routing with 66 men left. That's quite intense. Okay, so here I bring forward my Katana Samurai and my Yari Ashigaru, and I'm eventually going to use my Yari Ashigaru and Longsword Ashigaru on this flank. But as you can see here, these are so close to routing already. So my men, with my general still intact, will actually do quite well against opponent that actually should beat them. Well, not these Longsword Ashigaru, but certainly this Naginata attendant, which should win against my Yari Ashigaru. Yeah, and none of my units are upgraded. And as you can see, every single unit is already wavering. And just look at the charge by my almost full guys. 67. And look at the unit flag. It didn't even route, it just broke immediately. Didn't even show a routing flag. And only thing he has left is his Longsword Ashigaru and his Bow Ashigaru and his 2 units of long Yari Ashigaru. And a unit of Yari Samurai, actually. And this you can see is my mistake in this battle. I actually managed to get my one of my cavalry units stuck on these guys, but there were so few anyway. That were the damage units who fought down here, so that was a better one, I guess. And one other thing, even though if you have spears, are fighting against spears, you can still use your cavalry. One other thing you need to do, make sure is that you have fixed your opponent's Yari units with one unit of your own, and do a hammer and anvil charge, and you will win. So that's the first game. And so there we go. That's what actually decisive victory. Okay. Okay, so we'll take a look at the results then. So as you can see, my opponent actually deployed more guys than me. I deployed 640, he deployed 730. I lost 157 and he lost 460. You can see how fast his units are actually routed because of the loss of his general. And that's actually a pretty devastating effect to lose the general. And my enemy of course killed 460. I killed 460 and he killed 154 of mine, so I guess some of my horses had time to leave the battlefield. Okay, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Yeah, what I was going to say. Yeah, my opponent actually, he had the numerical advantage, but he also kind of had the, what should I say, the quality advantage, because I have had a few men, but I also didn't have any upgraded men. So the only thing I had that was better than me was the cavalry, and in the end, that was a decisive factor. Or in the beginning, I guess, because what's the beginning of the fight? Okay, let's go to the next battle replay. I wasn't actually going to show that battle, I was going to show you this, but unfortunately this replay bugged, so this is a battle that I won, and now it shows that I lost for some reason. Yeah, I remember Eric Carter actually complaining about that. So that's quite a pain. Anyway, this is on the Aki map. And this is the one with a pretty narrow choke point with in between. That's the correct word. In between two peaks. So these two peaks will almost always on this map play a key role in deciding who wins. Okay, let's slow down here. So this is my full samurai army. Got my white bear infantry, black bear infantry, imperial guard infantry. 3 units of them, and here I got 3 units of Yariki, and all these are, I think, half grade or something to max HP experience, I mean. And this is of course my general, Mesa. Oh yeah, that's me right there. That's my actual look. That's how I look in real life. Why would you think differently? Anyway, my opponent has Imperial Infantry heavily upgraded. He has Imperial Infantry, also heavily upgraded. More heavily upgraded Imperial Infantry. Yep. Imperial Guard Infantry. Yep. Oh, these, yeah, that's actually Guard units. And this is just regular. Still, there are quite a strong units. He also, of course, has his General's Bodyguard. It is the Boy Samurai, or something. And he got 2 units of Yara Cavalry. Yep. And they are... this one is almost as heavily upgraded as the least upgraded of my cavalry. So, well, the cavalry in this fight won't be playing that much a role, at least not compared to the last match, but still, they will play a major role. So, I moved up my cavalry in an attempt to take the hill, but I didn't want to actually go over the crest here because, of course, this is a full samurai battle, so every wrong move you do with the cavalry can be devastating for your cavalry, and that's not really something you want to have happen. But I see that he is trying to take the top, and I'm trying to get some kind of hill advantage, but it's really not necessary considering how many men I got more than he does. But something he does is he does have is his general with the guns actually supporting, and I don't think your general actually, or any gun units, actually do hit your own man. I don't think so. The AI is anyway programmed the way that your line infantry won't be shooting your own line infantry if there's a unit of line infantry standing just in front of it. Anyway, his cavalry just broke. So I tried to pull back my entire cav force pretty quickly. But as you can see, I have one unit that is a little bit depleted, lost 7 men, and another unit that has lost 19 men. And also one of my cav units routed, so yeah, that's that. So here I'm going for the hill, and I decided to stand here and not move up, because then these guys will actually get shot by those guys, and I really want to get the first volley here. So he actually chased me with his general, and I didn't want to get my units destroyed like that. So I actually go for a counterattack, seeing that his general is somewhat open, and even though he has his Imperial Guard infantry here, it's only 1 unit, but still, they will actually win this battle. But I will deplete that Guard infantry unit very much. And the second thing is that it actually bugs down the unit, and it can't participate in this battle going on right here, which I am winning on this flank. I'm also winning into this flank, because as I said, I got the first volley off, and that tends to be a huge advantage, unless you are fighting against units that have a standard muzzle loading rifle, while you have a bolt rifle, or I guess breech loading rifle. So yeah, I brought my general in here. I was trying to do some moral support, but by then my cavalry is already routed. But still, I didn't get them killed, so I guess it didn't really hurt me. The reason my guys here aren't firing is because they're actually behind the hill, and I didn't realize that until somewhat late into the battle. But in this flank, I have completely destroyed my enemy, and as you can see, the balance bar says I'm close to winning, and I will. Spoiler alerts. But as you can see here, well, that's actually quite weird. They are in line of sight, but for some reason my men can't actually attack them until I give the attack order. So that's a bit strange. Here my general actually dies, or is considered dying, because the general is no longer active. But that really doesn't matter, because I have so many more men than he does, so that's that. So all he has left is a wavering unit of Imperial Guard infantry, although it's heavily upgraded, but still can't stand this onslaught coming for him. So his unit of Imperial infantry has already routed, and his general is dead. And unfortunately the game kind of bugs out here, so you don't get the result screen, but as you can see, it was a fairly major victory. I don't think it was counted as a major victory, but it was fairly close to being that. Okay, so we'll go on to the next replay. Okay, so the last battle is a special one. It's a battle type that I almost nearly never actually play, and that is the naval battle. And I actually titled it Warrior because I use the Warrior Ironclad class, or Ironclad Warrior class, I guess. And yeah, you'll see the reason why I really don't play in the naval battles, because they are really horrible, I must say. At least on this map, the Sea of Japan, which really just, well, it's so monotone. Nothing's happening. Actually, I haven't played a naval battle since like May or something, when I locked all the water region on the Avatar campaign map. But I decided to try it. I decided to try it again just to see if anything had changed, and no, nothing had changed. And the tactic that I won with in May are still effective right now. So until my units comes in range, there's really not much to say here. So I'm speeding it up, and so my tactic here is to outflank him and take on his units one by one, because in a fight these units will actually destroy the warrior class Ironclad, even though it's very strong. And this unit of Ironclad, it has a long range, so it will be able to attack this unit immediately when it comes into range, and that's now. So behold the Fault of Samurai naval battles. Long range naval battles. Yeah, not really exciting. Well, I must say it is cool in moments like that. But the novelty of the whole thing wears off pretty quickly, actually. You get tired of it pretty much immediately, and I do feel sorry for this guy. He was actually doing the same thing that I was doing the last time I played a naval battle, and that was to unlock the campaign regions. And yeah, he was having trouble, and yeah, he pretty much loses to my strategy. Well, now I think I spoiled every single game I actually played now. Well, anyway, not a too big a shocker. But I did give him some tips. I actually told him the strategy that I was using, and that's to use a strong ship like the Warrior class Ironclad and just try to outflank your opponent immediately, and try to force him to take your strong ship on one by one, and you'll pretty much dominate him. So as you can see, he has lost 2 ships right now. I think he lost a relatively weak one first. Ah, this general ship.
I fear your general is in mortal peril, sir.
Yeah, he always says that in naval battles. But as I said, there's 3 units left, and wow, this is some glitching. And its general ship is close to routing, and this is actually a pretty strong ship, but still, it's limited amounts of fire you can take from 21 guns. That's awesome. So his general has actually surrendered, and now he's routing, but I think it's close to surrendering. So at this point, my opponent and I were actually talking how much a battle like this sucks, but I want to show you it nonetheless, because some of you have not seen it. Anyway, so this is just a foregone conclusion at this point. As you can see, my opponent now has surrendered, and his ship is sinking. And I am experiencing frames up. I can't talk. I am experiencing frames dropping again. I'm really sorry about that. I actually recorded the first battle with commentary like 20 minutes ago, and then I stopped the recording because it was lagging so horribly. Anyway, let's try to stop and... Okay, hopefully that helped somewhat. At least for time we need. Well, I guess not. Well, anyway, you can see his ships are close to routing right now. His general ship is routed already, and this is now the final remaining ships. It does have 13 guns firing at my Ironclad, but he still has 20 guns pointed at this one ship, and including my general unit. Oh, you are actually still firing. Says you were surrendering. Oh well. Guess it was not a honorable surrender. And these shots are just throwing guys off left and right. As you can see, there are many men here, even though this boat aren't sinking. Yeah, and I must say, it didn't make an easy job for me, because every unit was armored, so I just used one type of ammunition throughout the entire thing. Well, you have 3 things of ammunition. You have the solid shots, which are, well, it's basic. Yeah, they quickly real time. Well, I think the battle is over now. No, not really. Just lag. Well, they have the solid shot, which is good against everything and has a fast reload rate. You have the explosive shot, which is really good against pure wooden ships. And there we go. Which is very good against wooden ships, but I think that has a longer reload time. And you also have the armor-piercing shots, which are extremely good against, of course, armored ships. And I think that has a hefty, pretty hefty reload time. But anyway, I want to show you this naval battle, and there's really no use to look at the results here, because they're just counting the units actually on the ships, number of men I mean. So, I'll thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in half a week's time. And yeah, have a good time till then.